Eat and die.
I go they put them for all on our food.
Sniper.
All on our food for if I go work tomorrow now, I go put them for Yoruba people food. Go tell government. Oh yeah, I dey Canada, I dey Ontario. Oh yeah, hurry up, hurry, fast. I go put.
I dey Canada, I dey Ontario. Abiku Dagoru, who flashed the supposed image of the woman or the lady, the devil in human skin. And I've been told that all this madness, now because of Benin election as well, next month, again, I am not interested in whatever cost it or not cost it. I'm interested in what everyone is doing, not what you think. So let's deal with what we're seeing. Abike Dagboru, they created an office for herself called Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM. Said they have now written a petition to the Canadian government. The Nigerian House of Representatives also said they have also written to the High Commission of Canada in Nigeria to hand it over to government of Canada. All about her. Then she had this to say, possibly hours after. Here.
Tell all these people with Bini Oba picture, make them sit down, make them go find job to say we're not ready for their nonsense.
Somebody just send me a message. Let me go and find food. Let me go and find food. Somebody just send me a message. Let me say they say they arrest me at the airport. They want to deport me with passports. I be Canada picking. Let me go and find food and eat.
I be Canada picking. Dara.
Say many of them are very primitive. Many of them never travel out. They don't even know how to walk, and they don't even. Most of them are in an uncivilized country, so they think it's Nigeria, where one person will just go to police and say, "I want to arrest this person." Without any question, police will just say, "Oh, you pay 3,000."
They no go fit. They no go fit. Beer push.
Feel our tank.
If they push you, if you push it, they go they cry.
They never start to cry. Tell them say I get 1 year contract with them.
See now, I dey house. Yeah, why go they lie? See, I dey house.
I check my money. Sell to
I'm telling you, as soon as we should find way and defend this our sister, this and that. I don't even know they are lying. Okay, they will continue lying. Sure.
May we hear from.
Let's continue, boy.
May we hear from Tony Tony Omo. May we know you so that they will really protect you. Then after you go to Oba of Bingo. Remember the topic. If you come here, you must stick to the topic, which I have explained over and over. So if you don't know the topic, you ask what is the topic. But if you know the topic, may we know you first. Tony, Omo, unmute yourself.
Now well done. Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay, can hear me.
So she's a Canadian, she claimed, and she can be deported. Of course, she won't be deported, miss. Whether you are really legal or you are not really legal, is it just a matter of time now before, as some are saying, no, like she's this or she's not that. I have told you this yesterday. Okay. Your opinion about what she is or what she's not, as much as a lot of you are interested in possibly, defending your identity that you believe is soiled if she's associated to Igbo. And we can sit here possibly and just drag that all night. That's not the direction I'm going with, for now. Abike Dagboru that decided to amplified this, claimed that the reason why, the reason why she is able to go after Amaka in Canada is because she deals with Nigerians in diaspora. So people have started showing her rather some others that are not, one in Nigeria, the other one is not, which simply means that if the Nigerian institutions or the Nigerian government, this is just a false alarm, okay? It's never going to count. I'm just picking up what they are saying, right? So now, you see, look at these guys. In fact, they arrested the one at the top, that one on top there, right? He was arrested. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to put something up behind the scene as well. So read the text on your screen. Identifying the bigots who are politically sponsored, the ones in Nigeria, the ones that are not in Nigeria. You see that what I call Jack Kunle said? The first one said, let's kill all the Igbos. Let's flush them out of Yoruba land. I hate these people with passion. They are violent people. They are worst. They hate us. Let's hate them without holding back. Then the next one was like, oh, we can start by burning all Igbo shops everywhere in Lagos. That will accelerate the process of sending them back. All of these conversations, right? Politically sponsored, that these criminals, these bigots actually got away with them. And, to make it worse, right? Some of them believe that they are defending their heritage just by spewing the same hate that politicians put in their mouth. Why the same heritage of theirs are being kind of like a looted Commonwealth, right? I hate the Igbos because they want to take over everywhere. Everywhere you go, they're everywhere. And then what is your problem? What do you mean everywhere? Like they're just chasing people out of their homes or out of their lands and they're taking it over. No, they always bring money to come and buy things. They make it. Who are those selling them? And Yoruba land is not, they say, give us the names of the states in Yoruba land. Ironuku will tell you. 1, Lagos. 2, Lagos. 3, Lagos. 4, Lagos. There is no Igbo problem in any part of Yoruba land. There is no Igbo problem until when these losers were told that they could take over the properties of these people. And these are those people are saying, why don't you go after them? And if Abiku Dagboru believes that others or those ones are not in diaspora, what about these ones that lives in Austria?
And one thing where Edo people don't know, and we don't. Now Igbo people now they take fight us.
Okay.
Yes, now. Yes. Now Igbo people now loot Benin, now rape our woman. Now they take fight us where they carry. So that is why I dey tell una now. Make we begin to show them. We may yet do it. Uga muja you a train. Una mi we go koke. Siola pane. Ima here via yaga. Imana mi ana so na mi de Osra. Kingsley. Wale check una neya we 2017 the person wey sees Biafra flag for stadium. Na me do one. We go court and I defeat them. One Mariah squad making. Any party where go there, they see me enter there because they don't say I go run them, enter them, and they don't give me food now. Where I go take run enter them. Edo community they do our 31st anniversary. Me ya te poison ne. A managing and I go teach them lesson. 1824, Benin Kingdom don't respect, don't already recognize. And one thing.
You see this? And I heard that all of this too is because of Edo election. So if you want to go after these rogues, like Adeyinka Grand Yacht went down for 4 years. Then if you have them as we have them all like this, right? You should go after them. I mean, that's what would be fair, isn't it? I'll leave the tribal Olympic for a minute and take you straight to a twist in what we used to know when the names like Lamid Diot are pampas or Arabambi Diot. Arabambi Diotad. That's a long one. You may not be able to pronounce that. Arabambi Diot or Arabambi Diotad. The guy was telling us then that Peter Obi was shielding Abure. That Abure looted over 13 billion naira Labour Party nomination forms or whatever it's called then, right? Interest form for candidates that contested the election on their platform. That's Abure. They reported Abure to the EFCC and DSS. DSS picked up Abure because Abure was accused of sponsoring terrorism using the money he made from the 2023 elections. And on this platform, I remember sharing a clip where Arabambi Diot came on and said, Peter Obi, they had no problem with Peter Obi. They only had problems with Abure. And Peter Obi is the one shielding him. Then things don't change, oh. Now that INEC said Abure is not the chairman, Arabambi Diot is blaming Peter Obi and Alex Otti that they are the ones who want to remove Abure. And we will do everything within our power. There will be no election in Nigeria. If anybody remove Abure, I don't know if you remember this, but yeah. Yesterday, Arabambi Diot is calling out on Peter Obi to come and give account all the money they donated to him during the campaign. It's not his money. It is this party's money. And all of you are trying to remove Abure. Who will fight you? Wow. Just wow.
What Adesotti is trying to do is because he was the governor. Some people are now misadvising him. But I am telling him, let him listen to me. If they dare with INEC, change Abure name from that portal, we will not run for any election in Nigeria. They can dare us, whether they have billions. We will teach them a lesson that there is constitution in Nigeria.
Mr. Arabambi,
it is Mrs. Odili that gave that ruling in Port Harcourt that parties, you must obey your constitution first before you can go ahead. There are two reasons why they are planning their convention. You see, there are certain anomalies that took place in our general election. Some people came into that party in the name of support group Apenefere and Co. that mismanages our money for the campaign. So they were trying to cover the people. You see, there are issues. If you notice today, Obi are not presented account of the Labour Party President Campaign Council. That money doesn't belong to him. It belongs to the party. Two, we have been asking questions. Why our agent not paid? What Abure did that time was to upload in line with the electoral act the names of all party agents. But you know what they did? We were supposed to pay agents that time 10,000 naira. So some support group came, Apenefere came, they usurped the power of the party. They just put people that didn't have their data on the INEC portal there. And that was why we failed abysmally. But in order to protect themselves, they felt some of us asked the question, oh, let us remove Abure. Number two, with due respect to Nigeria, no section of this country can hijack Labour Party for themselves.
All right, Dr. Arabambi, please hold.
Come, let us do stakeholder where we are going to remove Abure and put our own person there.
Dr. Arabambi, please hold. Let's have Ife Salako react to what you've just said.
Well, it's actually funny to listen to some of the things that are absolutely off point for me. To start with, if there was plan to remove Abure, which I don't have that information. If there was plan to remove Abure, we wouldn't have been invited for the meeting. They would have, when the convention at the other one that they had, and the people that were not needed at the convention, they were not called. So if there was plan to do that, why would his name and his team be on the list that were called for the meeting. That's unfounded allegation. And also coming to the point that it is Abure that what he read in the Constitution, that it must be a meeting that would be shared by Abure. Abure is called for this meeting. The Abure-led team is part of this meeting. They are called. So if it's about the Constitution that says that he should oversee the meeting, yes, he should be there. Abure will not get to.
How long? Nigeria, you won't go enter their Shalanga politics. Like you are so like useless with your life, and then you want to go and join their politics, and then you would have to deal with lunatics like that. Arab idiots. Have you forgotten them and their idiot Apampa or Pampas? Well, that's him there. So he continued to say Peter Obi is trying to hijack their party, when that one is pretty much like still being blamed again for not saving their party. So just yesterday, I think, he had a chat where he was asked a few questions like randomly, including the state of Nigeria. I have that. We'll just listen to it a bit. It's Obi.
That I'm happy. Case in point, Kenneth Okonkwo, who used to be, was a spokesperson of the Labour Party, that feels that you are not acting to resolve a lot of these issues, so he has left. What is your position on trying to keep people like that within the party, or what's your position on Kenneth Okonkwo's position?
I've told you, I think I've said it, I can't act rascally. I've never been known to be somebody who operates rascally. I operate within the rules, within the guidelines and everything. And that's what we want to enthrone. It's easy for anybody to say anything. Like I said, all those who left are my brothers. They are my people, who are my associates, whom I worked, whom I'm pleased with and everything. But I would never be part of what I'm trying to change. If I wanted that, I wouldn't have finished being governor when in the history of the country nobody left money. I would have taken it like every other person. So if you want to,
we just saw, due to the Ogun State administration, Ogun State governor, Nigerian jets were seized overseas in France based on a situation with a Chinese company. Now, the state this is something that happened within the state government side, and is now affecting the presidential jets being seized. What is your position on that situation, and how is impacting the visual optics for Nigeria as a whole, as a country? And do you think it's fair that the state government did something and the federal government is now having to pay the price for it?
Well, for me, the first thing to say that what we are going through now is very, very shameful and very negative in terms of the perception of our country. And something needs to be done very quickly. And I've made my humble request is that we need to urgently audit the country's debts at national, sub-national level immediately, to know the quantum of the debts that we owe, because I believe that we don't have the exact size of the debts, know who and who we're owing, and most importantly, know what those debts were used for, or how they were contracted or sourced. Because the law says that all borrowing, all debts is supposed to be used for critical area of development. So where are the benefits of those debts to the people? Because the people are not going to pay it. Where is the benefits? This is time to do the audit and know what we are going through. So that we, especially as we don't have not just presidential jet. Somebody was telling me about
a property in Liverpool.
Property in London
in Liverpool
being seized and put for auction. Somebody is telling me about another jet belonging to Nigeria in Canada and everything. This is time to deal with it. Because sooner or later, they probably will start seizing Nigerians. You issue your passport, you are arrested for being a debtor. So before it gets to the place where we can no longer move around as Nigerians without being arrested, let's know exactly what it is all about. Similarly to that, we need to audit now all our upfront sales of our oil, because the law says it must be used for critical, strategic, national issues. What did we use all these resources for?
It's Charles Ebe again. I'm from Maryland. The question I wanted to ask was, I was disappointed at the last election that we have the European representatives came to see the election and they saw that it was rigged and all that stuff. And still, the foreign policy, Nigerian government still, those that came to witness the election knew that the election was rigged and nothing was done by the European government. So how do we still have a foreign relationship with those people that
don't have?
So that was Obidia having a chart. And you heard him loud and clear. But the last question is right away. The European Union came to monitor Nigeria election, and it gave a report that it wasn't an election, it was like a charade. But they still went on to go and do business with Nigeria by giving them loans and all of that stuff. Like, how did Obi see that? Well, he doesn't have to answer it. I've got this Gen Z as an answer, and I have to warn you, every one of you who is like older guys watching, right? The language used by this young lady, this young chap, right? This young lady is possibly not acceptable to some of you. And there is also one or two things she said that is not really what it is. But everything else and the energy is something I want to share. And I believe that should answer. Because if Obi should answer it, he will just find another thing, blah, 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 blah around it. I prefer this answer.
I was on live, like, it was a long time ago, and I was actually shocked that a bunch of people did not know that Dangote came from a wealthy family from the start. I never even knew that there was a rags to riches story. Let me just be the one to tell you guys now. There is no billionaire that exists that is not exploiting other people, that did not come from previous money. You can never make it from the grass to the grace of billionaire unless you become an evil fucking bitch. The glorification of billionaires in Nigeria that contribute to the literal poverty that exists in Nigeria is so insane to me. You will never be Otedola, you will never be Dangote, and those people will never help you. I feel like a lot of people cannot conceptualize how much money billionaires have and how inhumane the amount of money they have is. And before anybody comes and start talking about, oh, they have charity, charities are a tax write-off. Literally, everyone has charities not because they want to help people, but because it gives them an opportunity to write off part of the taxes that they are paying if they haven't paid any in Nigeria. Religion will not save Nigeria. Tribalism will not save Nigeria. Homophobia will not save Nigeria. And classism, the worst of all, will not save Nigeria. White supremacy will not save Nigeria. I'm tired of you guys assing, like, the way I see Nigerians kiss white people ass, like, it's actually embarrassing for a group of people who run around on the internet so prideful. Jesus, stand up. Elon Musk's parents were rich. I don't know why people even carry that man on your head. The man is racist. His parents were rich. They had an emerald mine in South Africa. Exploitation of our own people, of black people. Like, there's no ethical billionaire in the world. Not Rihanna, not Beyonce, not nobody. Stop kiss-assing rich people that don't give a fuck about whether you live or die next tomorrow, as long as it's not affecting their bank account. We need to band together and focus on ourselves. People that are talking about splitting the country, how do you think, where the fuck do you people think the government spawns from? Do you think the government is just some evil entity somewhere? Our society is consistently producing these evil people because our society itself is so fucking evil. Schools are not free from corruption. Even in the family, the power dynamics in the nuclear family of Nigeria is so fucked. Everybody is power hungry, money hungry, and selfish and greedy as fuck. Everybody's ready to step on everybody to get to some useless goal that is not attainable. From a group of people that came from communism to now glorifying capitalism, I don't know how you guys think capitalism is ever going to work in our future.